In this video, I want to talk about ADHD and consistency because lately I've just been thinking about the journey that I've been on, and some of the moments where I've been consistent. Um, but where I'm noticing the importance of consistency is more on what you focus on with the consistency. So, like obviously, I said to you that I'm doing 30 days of YouTube. That's the challenge that I've taken on, and it's just to get a bit more comfortable with this long form setup that I want to do, and eventually obviously it'll develop into like a podcast with guests, and me being a bit more intentional about the structure of the podcast, and start to finish, like kind of what you're coming for and all this kind of stuff, right? um but where consistency can be a bit of a problem for us is if we just do it because, well, I said I'm going to do it, so I just got to just put one out, right? That's the place where it's still going to give you value, but I feel like consistency should be more about, is it helping you to progress as for the outcome that you want. The outcome that I want is that I want to address as many topics around ADHD as possible from my perspective, and just have a massive catalog of me talking about this stuff. I'm talking about addiction. I'm talking about self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, time blindness, rejection sensitivity. Um, but what else is really, really heavy for us? I said addictions already, right? Yeah, there's many things that maybe off the top of my head I can't think of now, but there's definitely just a lot of things that I want to talk about on this channel. And the main um, reason why it's so important for me is because there's people that just don't are misunderstood in it. Like they just feel that they're not there's no empathy for their situation or how they feel or what they're going through, not just emotionally, but like mentally. And like the factors of ADHD comes to like the mental state, the how we treat our body, and the emotional state as well, like how we deal with that, how we deal with all three of those things, right? So um I'm currently at the moment, my daughter has a gymnastics competition, and I've driven for like what, maybe 2 hours now, and I just wanted to knock out a quick video for today. It's just the only time I'm going to be able to do a video, and it's because I said I was going to do 30 days, right? Is it ideal? Not really. Could I have batched maybe 30 pieces of content before, so it'd just be easier for me to do the 30 days? Yeah, I could have done that. But I feel like this is more about me just making it work versus it being perfect right now. So where I'm at on my journey now is I finally got my dashboard to a place where I'm really happy with it. And I wanted the user experience to be good as well. So I wanted it to be that someone who knows nothing about Notion can use it. Obviously like training, like, so obviously like if you've got tutorials on how to use certain sections, and then yeah, I don't think anyone will have difficulty using it, right? But the what I'm doing now is I'm focusing heavily on the academy. So I'm creating what's called ADHD Digital Academy, and I want it to be a place where everyone can kind of follow my footsteps in terms of the journey that I've been on since my diagnosis. So it's ideally for someone who's late diagnosed, like I was when I was in 2024, late diagnosed, and then I was like, I really want to create an online business. I want to create a personal brand, but I just don't know how. So I'm gonna have to invest in mentors to help me to understand, different aspects of, entrepreneurship, and I need to learn how to navigate my traits better so that I'm not just pulling into these shiny objects. That's another one I was going to mention there earlier. So shiny object syndrome is a big one for us, big, big one, because in the last, it's come up to 2 years since my diagnosis. In the last 2 years, the amount of things that have been trying to pull my attention from ADHD is crazy. And a lot of times I've just been doing things that have been working really, really well. And then I've just jumped into a shiny object and it's just thrown me off track completely. So I feel like consistency is important, but it's important for you to just stop, reflect for a moment. If anything's kind of tried to steer you away from what you actually started the streak for in the first place. So, like, obviously, when it comes to consistency, streaking is one of the things, right? You do a streak, you do daily actions for a long period of time, and you try not to break the streak, right? So, currently today is the mark of 600 days on school doing daily activities. And yes, I've done 600 days in a row of in school, in this school community, in school. And as much as it sounds like, wow, 600 days, man, but it was just like 10 plus activities is not really hard to do. It's like 5 minutes a day if you were to do the very basic level of it, like in terms of just like going in, liking a few comments, making a couple of comments, and that's it, right? But what I've tried to do is I've tried to find a post that I want to read, learn from, like someone might be sharing a really good insight on their journey. I read it, I leave a comment, I might go through a couple of comments in that moment, in my community as well, do the same. And that's basically my 10 activities. I want to use them wisely. I want to use them for actual valuable contribution, right? But you don't even have to do valuable contribution to get 10 plus activities. It's very easy. You could just like 10 posts or 20 posts or whatever, and it's done, right? So, you know, it's not so much the I done that much days. It's more the what did I do with those days or those activities, right? That's really important. And I really think that with ADHD is like we want to be consistent, but if we're not careful, if we do consistency in the wrong thing, it's not really going to help. So where I'm at currently is that I know the value, and I know the importance of conversations. Conversations are extremely important. They actually run our life, right? In many aspects, if you look around, like really, like at the end of the day, conversations are the thing that is bringing the life that you have right now. Like, so you might have a conversation complaining about work with someone or complaining about your relationship. That is basically creating your life, right? What I like to do for conversations and looking at conversations is that I'm a business owner, so the conversations that I have with my audience, with my members in my community, with my clients, with my partner, with my daughter, they're all extremely important to for my growth as not just a human, but just as a business owner as well. I spoke to someone yesterday and they were just extremely grateful for just having a couple of minutes with me, like just to be able to just exchange voice notes on IG. And she was shocked, like, oh, I'm glad you're human and not robot. Like, and I was like, yeah, like a lot of my followers think that they're speaking to a robot when I speak to them, and I'm not. Like, I'm actually, it's me. Right? The keyword automation is AI, yeah. So like they opt in for jumping into my community, for example, and I say, yeah, use this keyword. Yeah, that first automation, yeah, that's AI, right? But any conversation in the DMs that I'm doing is me, right? And that's why I do voice notes. I prefer doing voice notes because voice notes you can't make that up. Like you can hear the cadence in someone's, like you can hear the voice, the tonality. There's just like a lot of like personalization that happens with a voice note. So I try to send as many voice notes as I can. So what I'm prioritizing at the moment in my journey is conversations, and I'm going to do as many as I can this year. I'm going to try and think of a number that I'm going for, but I am trying to do at least 4 hours worth of conversations as a bare minimum. And there's many types of conversations I can have, right? But yeah, I'll go into that in more detail in other videos. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this one off now and yeah, upload it quickly and then go to the gymnastics. My daughter's gonna be on in a moment. But anyway, take care, please.